Everybody, and welcome to another MX Bikes video. Today, guys, we're going to be hopping back on MX Bikes Ranked because, guys, I made a mistake yesterday. I was grinding a little bit. I was on the new MX2 server, the 250 only server, which I don't really ride the 250 that often. And I won a few races. I'm like, wait, I'm low-key mopping these kids. And then I got mopped. I got 4th place. And basically what happened is in this race right here, it was on Sure CT. I got taken out in the start early. I couldn't make up the time. We got 4th place. But when you're rank 1, guys, you can't lose, right? Because you're rank 1. You should never lose, right? So this is what happened. If you guys click this brand new MMR analysis tab, you guys can see exactly why you're gaining and losing MMR through these different statistics. And as you guys can see here, we lost the maximum amount you can lose, which is 40 MMR. That is the max loss. And I got 4th, all right? Listen, 4th place isn't that bad. A lot of you guys would probably be happy with 4th place. But when you're rank 1, you can't do it. And I made a mistake, and we lost 40. And unfortunately, guys, that meant we lost the #1 ranking, all right? Jeffrey Herlinks took us up. All right, took over. Hayden Deegan's coming strong as well. He's very close. It's a very tight race right now for #1 between Herling, Sexton, and Deegan. This is getting gnarly, boys. I also want to show off the new updates to the website, guys. We also have a new top 10 fastest laps tab, so you guys can look at all of the different tracks that have ever been on these servers and look at all these records. Look at all the fastest times, try to beat them. It's another way to just add competition to these servers. It's not all about winning. Sometimes it's about, I want to run the fastest freaking lap. As you guys can see here on a Walnut, look how close these lap times are. I mean, it is just 10 that separate these. I think that's a sick feature. Also, if you guys click on this tab right here, which is leaderboards, obviously we have the MMR leaderboard, then we have the fastest laps, as I just showed you, and then we have most podiums. I think this is actually a pretty cool stat because it kind of just shows you the statistics here. Hayden Deegan has 106 wins. All right, he's got the most wins by far on these servers, but somehow he's only ranked 3rd. The reason being because he gets 2nd and 3rd place a decent amount as well. Okay, he gets beaten. But if you guys look at me over here, we got 41 wins, 8 second places, and 0 third places, all right? That 4th place is actually the worst I've ever gotten on these servers. 1st and 2nd are the only other places I've ever been in. But it just shows you have to be consistent on these servers, okay? If you're going to be someone that wants to be rank 1, you got to win all the time. If you don't, it's going to be a very fast fall to the bottom of the leaderboards. Also, boys, huge update to my server. A lot of you guys have probably already seen this by now, but I added 2 new tracks. I've been adding my Discord and telling them when I make changes. I'll be doing this once a week. We took out Across the Sea and Diablo Ranch. We added 2024 SYS test track, little blast from the past, and then we also added Lambretta Lynn's 2023, which is now a free track on MXB Shop because Loretta Lynn's 2024 is coming out soon. So he made the 2023 and I'm pretty sure 2022 version free as well on MXB Shop. So again, all the tracks are free. They're always going to be free. Go pick it up right now. Go rip the servers. Let's get into the video, boys. All right, boys, lining up for race #1, 4 laps here at the Netherlands 2021. This track, people have been telling me the track's growing on them. All right, they don't hate it as much as they did. That's why I didn't get rid of it. Honestly, I like the track a lot. I think these 4 tracks that I chose for this week, Sure CT is obviously a pretty easy track. The other 3 are fairly difficult. I wouldn't say Loretta's is super difficult. Obviously, SYS Supercross track is people. I don't know if they're gonna like that. Listen, Supercross is hard in this game. Once you get it down, though, you gotta put the time in. You gotta learn the rhythm. Once you get that track dialed, though, it's really not that hard of a track to ride. But today, boys, we're on the 250. All right, we're shortening the skill gap, and this could be quite interesting. All right. I actually forgot how close the skill gap is when you're on a 250. Like, dudes with like 400 hours probably be beating me. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? Cripple frickin' Rick absolutely sent me to Johnsonville. It's fine, we like to come from the back, boys. Wait a second. Well, I don't know why I said that. Anyways. I think if we win this, we should get back to rank #1. I'm not 100% sure. Cripple's gonna go over the bars. Wait, Duke Dennis? How did he start playing MX bikes? Oh man, this guy's terrible. Oh my goodness. Hold your line, Duke. All right, we're actually moving up pretty quickly. It looks like the guy in 1st is not the fastest lads. You guys can see everything's bunching up, which means crashes are gonna start to happen. We just need to examine in front of us here and try not to get involved. Oh my, so many people endoing. The thing with a lot of these jump faces on this track is they're fairly peaky, and you gotta be ready for it. You gotta use the suspension wisely, or else yes, you will absolutely be going over the bars, especially on the 250, because you really don't got the power of the 450 to like power through it. It's a lot more noticeable on these bikes. But we are absolutely barking right now, basically coming from dead last. Probably gonna take the lead here soon. I'm gonna see how these guys are riding here. This guy's name is very interesting. Let me tell you something. Oh, Spence! Gonna grind the rut there for a second. Here we go. We got a 1v1 situation. I missed my shift there. Still gonna hold second through the straightaway. And this could get interesting here. Now, I talked to the guys that run this website and these servers, and they said that Gap does not actually take into account how much MMR you gain. So if I do win this race by like 40 seconds, I don't think it matters at all. You just gotta win. A win is a win, and that makes sense to me. This guy, honestly, not riding too bad. So we actually have some comp here, which is pretty sick. Haven't been finding too much comp on these servers, here and there. Oh my goodness. Try to get him on the inside here. See if he's nice about it. Kind of just giving it to me here. Not putting up too much of a fight. See if he can keep up. I'm not going super fast. Again, I haven't been on the 250s much at all, so definitely a point of weakness, just the shifting and stuff. I love to lug the bikes around, all right? I love to lug the 450. That's why I love riding it so much. You can't really do that on the 250. And I think he just went down. I think he just tucked the front on that uphill, which is a common mistake. Again, this track is sand, if people do not know. And the front end, it washes fast in the sand, this game. Very, very quick. So you gotta be pretty light on the front end, not be too aggressive. And I mean, this track, so many people crash so much. If you're just consistent, usually you'll do just fine. And this section here, you gotta make sure you're doubling these. If you get out of rhythm in these, especially on a 250, you're not getting back in rhythm, bro. It's absolutely over. You're gonna lose like 3-4 seconds in that one section. But I've been learning this track, getting a little bit better at it. This track was definitely something I had to learn. Because I had ridden it a lot when I first got the game, but obviously the bikes were a lot different back then. I was a lot different back then. I played the game a lot different. Oh my god, that's what I'm talking about with the sand. Look how long this crash is going to be, too. Very long. Where's this guy in second at? This guy must have had the biggest tumble of all tumbles. He's not even in second place anymore. It's like back to third. Alright, we're going to keep going. Scrub the finish line. We got 3 more laps. And these guys definitely aren't going to catch me here unless I do something stupid. But we do need this win. Also, about these ranked servers, the plan is to reset all ranks on October 1st and then run the schedule basically quarterly throughout the year. So every 3 months, the ranks will reset. And there should be prizes. So the ranks will reset October 1st, and then the end will be end of December, right? So into the new year. There should be prizes. I want to get involved, kind of figure out exactly what's going to happen. Maybe I can get SL Designs involved to make a kit for the winner. We get some cash in there. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do, but I think it'd be pretty cool. You know, I think getting some prizes, giving people more of a reason to ride the servers, I think could definitely get more people on these. So let me know in the comments, what prizes do you guys think there should be for the winner, for second, third? I think having prizes for everyone on the podium is probably the best way to do it. But boys, currently the gap has expanded. And honestly, I'm low-key ripping this 250 right now, right? This Hayden Deegan YZ 250 is getting ripped, and I am still tucking the front a little bit. Which somehow I do more on the 250 than the 450. I don't really understand that, because the 450 is heavier. I don't know. The way sand works in this game is quite odd. I honestly feel like the 250 in sand is easier to tuck than the 450. Also, you know, to ride sand, you do want more power. If you're going slower, the chances of tucking the front are actually much higher, so maybe it does make sense. I guess the weight wouldn't affect it that much. But we got 2 more laps, little 159. I feel like any lap under 2 minutes on this track on a 250 is probably pretty damn good. I'm gonna try to set a burner right here, though. Can hold the limiter wide open. Oh, I'm in 3rd gear. See, I'm bogging it like an idiot. I'm just so used to the 450, man. I'm so used to it. Not a good habit. Double that. Tire tab. Scrub the single. Oh my god, I'm dead. How did I just save that? I actually have no idea. I just nose grinded the side of the track. Alright, this lap is not terrible so far. I need to do good in this middle part of the track. It's usually where I gain the most time. I'm literally just holding this thing wide open, man. Honestly, going from the 450 to 250, it feels like I'm like riding with like a trailer hitched to the back of the bike. That's really what it feels like. The bike just it doesn't go. It's really weird. It is very odd. I do think the two of these should be a bit quicker, but I feel like all the bikes in this game are fast. And honestly, it's probably because the four of these are so fast that I kind of just have that instilled in my brain. So when I get on a 250, it's just like it feels that much slower, even though it probably isn't. And I also probably just suck at riding it, so honestly, probably just a skill issue. Oh, let's take a nap here real quick. Anyways, get up, Johnny, turn. I think we have like a 20-second gap. We should be just fine. That's not gonna be a burner though, so this last lap we're gonna have to actually try to run a good lap. And it's not just no reason that I'm trying to do it. I'm doing it because you do get extra points for fastest lap of the race. You get +2 MMR, so it is actually fairly important to get it, especially for me, because I'm not gaining a ton of MMR per win. So any of that extra stuff, I'm pretty sure whole shot and fastest lap both give you extra MMR, which I never get whole shot, especially on a 250. Maybe on a 450 sometimes. I'm really just not good at getting good starts. But we can get this fastest lap, so that'll make up for that. If we cannot make a mistake here. If we just have a nice smooth lap, don't do anything stupid, we can definitely run like a 56, I'd say. It's probably pretty good on a 250. See what we can do here. Oh my goodness. Basically just standing everywhere. Back tire, back tire, back tire. Scrub this. Oh, I got caught there. I probably should have just sent that to flat. Yeah, this track's really just all about momentum. I'm trying to get all the power to the back tire. You don't want that front to sink in. You want to kind of just stay on rails. Stay in the meat of the power. That right there is not good because the front end sinks. Just keep it smooth through here. Oh, that was not ideal. Second gear was struggling there, and third gear is going to bog through the corner. I'm holding it wide open. Oh my god. Alright, please don't go over the bars here. Fine, third gear. Sit on this wall. Like outside might be a little bit quicker here if you rail the berm. Could be risky to jump this, but I don't care. Front end stayed stable. Drift to second. Okay, light on the front end here. Alright, should be like 57 or 56. Only a 58.6. Not a great lap. That whip was quite disgusting though. I still think the 58 will be the fast lap of the race, so we should gain around 8 MMR, and we should be ranked #1, boys. All right, boys, I forgot to check the website. We should be ranked 1 if we gained anywhere from 6 to 8 for that win, which we probably did, so we are ranked 1 now, but now we're at Loretta Lynn's 2023. Not a ton of people on the gate. It's honestly surprising me. This track is free. I don't know if a lot of people know that, so hopefully this video gets more people to download it, but here we go, 4-lap race. I did decent on this track when I raced Loretta's in the 450 open class. I got 4th overall, which wasn't too bad. So I do have this track memorized. We're gonna see if we can just dominate here. I'm not gonna give any of these dudes a chance. Also got auto sit turned off today, which honestly helps me ride the 250 a bit better. I feel like I can get away with auto sit a bit more on the 450, but 250 found it to be a lot faster when I'm standing up. So I don't really sit down at all, to be honest. You don't really need to. Even though this track is pretty smooth, there's a few bumps and sections that you do want to stay standing for, so I don't really care about sitting. It's like a corner like this you can sit through. You can also double that over the roller. I don't know if it's really worth it though, unless someone's catching me. So if you endo off that, your bike just tumbles. You lose about 5 seconds, so it's not really worth it, but so far, Tanner looks to be the only man that's keeping up. We already got 2 seconds on him. We'll see if he can catch us here. Yeah, standing feels a lot quicker. Feels like I'm putting a lot more force down on the back end. I don't know why it feels that way. I feel like that would, you'd put more force on the back end if you were sitting, but I guess not. We're standing everywhere. Honestly, might be the meta. I heard Finn's one of the fastest players in the game. Probably the fastest, to be honest. He basically just stands just about everywhere, so. Maybe that's got to be my new thing. I don't think that works too well for Supercross. Definitely helps in motocross. So far, boys. Absolutely borking the dirt course. Let's see if we can just keep getting that power to the back wheel. It's the most important thing on these 250s. Just keeping it smooth. Hitting your rhythms. Not to mess up too much. Let's see if we can rail this outside. Oh my goodness, that feels so good, brother. Since we only got 3 seconds on him, I think we got a lot more now. We've absolutely moving this lap. I'm gonna sit down for this corner because the berm's not as high. Basically what determines whether you sit down or stand up is how high the berm is, at least for me. If the berm's fairly high, I know I can stand up through it. If it's lower and your lean angle has to be a bit further over, then you're probably gonna want to sit down. Coming from someone that doesn't, you know, usually have to worry about staying or sitting because I just use auto sit. I kind of have to learn these things, even though I kind of know most of them. It's definitely different though. Yeah, I already got 10 seconds on him here. Absolutely schmoovin'. And this track is just a ton of fun, man. I think everyone needs to pick this track up. Seriously. You'd be an idiot to not pick it up while it's free. And so shout out to Kiwanfuela, who, yeah, about to release the 3rd version of this track, the 2024 version, which looks way better graphically. I mean, this track looks pretty good, but I've seen some clips of that new 2024 version. Wow, it looks very, very good. Tree models, just everything. The dirt textures. Looks a lot better, so I'll definitely be picking that up when that releases as well. And it was a lot of fun to do the Loretta series this year. If you guys didn't watch that series, I did a 3-episode series where I did the area qualifier, the regional qualifier, and then the Loretta's race day. And it was just a ton of fun. It was ran by CCRL. Ruts was the main guy that ran it. Definitely one of the most fun series I've ever raced in this game. And just got a lot more people involved as well, the way that he ran it. It wasn't based off qual times, it was based off how fast you signed up, at least for the regionals and the local area qualifiers. So basically everyone had a shot because there was a ton of different races for each. It wasn't just one area qualifier, one regional, it was like a bunch of different ones. So everyone kind of got a shot at making it to Loretta's, and then yeah, they kind of got that final 35-40 guys and did the 3-moto format. And the first race was in the rain, kind of like how it was in 2023 in real life. And we ended up getting 4th overall. It wasn't very good, but I still had a ton of fun, and we actually ended up getting 3rd in the final moto. I did get 1 podium moto finish, which was, I guess, decent. But anyway, kind of why I know this track so much. I'm pretty comfortable around it, but it's really not a very hard track because it's super smooth. It's very high speed though, so kind of got to learn how to keep the speeds up. But definitely not a super hard one by any means. I think the SYS test track is definitely the hardest track that I've ever added to these servers, and obviously because it's Supercross. I do want to start adding 1 Supercross track every week, obviously with Supercross coming up and the SMX rounds. You know, motocross season just ended, so if you guys that don't like Supercross, listen, you guys got to learn it. I promise you, if you put the time in and you ride very intently, you'll be fine. But if you get on a Supercross track and you're just holding the limiter and you're holding the gas wide open, that's when it's not going to be fun for you, because you're just not going to make it around the track. You're not going to hit the rhythms correctly. So put the little focus in. Once you learn the rhythms, the timings, it's really not that hard to ride. It's actually a lot easier to ride than motocross, to be honest, once you kind of learn those mechanics. It just takes sitting down a little bit and just focusing up, but that's a mistake there, hitting the SpongeBob. Tanner's riding decent though. He's the only guy that's even remotely close right now. 13-second gap to him, 31 down to the guy in 3rd. And so we're going to pick up some pretty good points today. And this is only the 2nd race of the day. I do want to do a 3rd race as well. So I have a bit of a sizable gap over Jeffrey Hurlings. So that'll put us, yeah, P1 in the rankings again. And I guess I'll probably just make videos on these servers every time someone comes and tries to pass me in rank. No real sense in trying to grind to gain a ton. I don't want to get like a huge lead. Plus I don't really have the time to do that. You guys will probably notice the last few days my upload schedule's been a little bit off. I've been kind of skipping a couple days here and there. just with school, I had a lot of homework this weekend and just some other stuff as well. I've been kind of taking a couple days off, which I don't intend to keep doing, but it has happened. I do get like hella stressed. If I miss more than one day, I'm just like, I'm pissed, dude. Like, I feel like missing one upload's not a big deal. Once you miss 2 days in a row, for me at least, I'm just like, what the hell am I doing? So, gotta be a bit more consistent with that, which shouldn't be a problem. I mean, listen, oh my god, I've been basically daily uploading very consistently last 2 years while going to school, so I can do it a third time. Shouldn't be a big deal, but we're gonna get around these lappers here, and this track is just a ton of fun. Very flowy. I think it'll be great for newer players. This section's fairly tough, but if you just double in, triple, double out, not super hard. That corner's kind of tough as well. Feels like you're gonna tuck the front if you lean too hard into it. And you can lean so much further over when you sit down manually. It's actually insane. You can lean over so much further. It's actually crazy. Let's see if I can double this here. Nope. I have to take a wider angle because I kind of went in at like a right angle into that rut, and just you lose all your momentum when you slam into it. But honestly, pretty damn good race. I'm actually riding pretty decent on the 250. I'm not too bad, so you know, it's coming up, 2025 Supercross. Do I race full-time 450? Do I try to do a 250 Supercross coast again? I don't really know. I'm honestly thinking I might do East Coast again. I'm not exactly sure if it's going to be EU or NA, but that's going to be more about my school schedule and stuff. But I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling pretty good on the 250s. I've been liking how the 250s have been feeling for the OEM preview bikes as well. So, well, I guess we're going to see. But yeah, pretty good win there, and gonna give us some more points, bigger lead. All right, boys, we're here at the SYS 2024 Start Your Systems Test Track. This track is a lot of fun. One of my favorite Supercross tracks in the game. The lobby's actually decently big. I think we got like 10, 11, 12 people in here, which is decent. Also, my mic was kind of bugging in those first couple races, so I think I just fixed that, so it should be a little bit better, not peaking as much. Do apologize about that. Anyways, Supercross time. I do expect to win by a lot here. Who knows? Maybe one of these guys is a great Supercross rider. And I went for the triple in, but did not have the beans. We will see how this goes. Cripple Rick in front here. He's going to case that. Is he going to survive it? Yes, he is. I'm going to triple single, double single, I mean. This is the hardest part of this track, is the whoop section. Now, I got this whoop section pre-dialed here on the Yamaha. The next one, though, is super long, and I absolutely suck at it, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna hug this left side and just try to skim through it. Nope, not gonna work. Try to wheel tap them. Definitely not the best move. We gotta get back in this Supercross form, though. I think the main thing for me on Supercross is just trying to stay consistent, and I can't believe that just happened. That actually is the worst place to fall, because this is the most important rhythm in this freaking track. It is so long, and now I can't hit it correctly. I have to like single everything. The guy's name is very interesting. Anyways, we're back. Hopefully we can still win this race. I do not want to lose right now. Second, I think we can get. We probably wouldn't lose too much MMR. Depends how much MMR Cripple Rick has. I'm not exactly sure, but look at this. We got the quad. Triple on, step off, double out. Might be able to quad that. I don't really want to risk it right now, though. But we are in the lead. Severely OJ'd that triple there somehow. And we can gain a lot of time through these whoops. We hit them right. Oh, very good run. Very good run. Can I get the exit correctly? Yes, we can. I like to scrub this. Oh, I keep casing that for some reason. Look, his bike, this dude's bike setup is way better for these whoops. Can't get me, though. I forgot, Supercross races go so fast. 4 laps on a Supercross track is like nothing. So short. We're catching him, though. Got the quad there. I'm going to triple this. He's going to go double triple. He's going to case it, though. I emoted on him, and I almost died. Oh, my God. He almost died, too. Front end! Yeah, I am very bad in the sand on a 250. Big weakness of mine. We're going to quad this, though. Grub, step on, single out, double. Triple in. I kind of want to go for this quad, but I'm being a pussy right now. I'm going to triple. Attempt to try to get a good run through these whoops. Hey, look, I got these whoops dialed, bro. I like wheelie every third whoop. Got this little technique going on. These whoops, different story, I'm not gonna lie. I'm slow as a snail. It's definitely more setup based. Ooh, maybe not though. That was a good entry. We're still gonna lose it a bit to the end. Not a bad run though. I do like this 2024 Yamaha, I'm not gonna lie. I've definitely figured it out in Supercross. Made it a lot better for myself. I think I did ride the KTM during the Supercross season for the aerial races, and I did pretty good on it. You know, I got my first aerial podium, and we got some, you know, top 4, top 5 finishes. Oh, so maybe I should be on the KTM right now, but Yamaha is not too bad. I think a lot of the 250s are pretty viable on Supercross. Motocross, bit of a different story. Supercross, you can ride just about any of the 250s and do just fine. And look at that, we even got the quad there. Definitely stretch these lines out a lot more than I thought. Remember the 250s being a lot slower in Supercross, but they can do a lot more than I thought. We jump these whoops. They're not rated very well for jumping. Triple them's pretty hard. The transition between them's pretty janky. That guy just died there on the inside. We got one more lap coming up, though. Yeah, I am not good at these whoops. Couldn't even make it all the way through there without jumping. Fourth gear's probably not too ideal either. Ugh. We do have a 1:14.7 though on the board. That's a pretty good lap, I think. Not the best lap ever ran, but we're getting better at the old Supercross. We're getting back into form. How he's facing the wrong way. This guy is struggling. He's definitely a newer player. This is actually one of the first Supercross tracks I ever grinded. It wasn't the 2024 version. It was the 2023 version. And, man, I absolutely love that track. And definitely got me a lot better at the game. Because, like, this track isn't super hard, but it's hard enough to give you that challenge. And, you know, with it being scaled for aerial, at least the 2024 tracks, that's also good as well. So whenever Stone Rider releases his test tracks for the 2025 scaling, make sure you're on those tracks if you're trying to train for aerial, because you will get your memorization down of how big these jumps are and lines. Once you get it down, it's a lot easier. This dude's name is also quite odd. I find that players with odd names are more prone to take you out. That's what I've learned over the years. I'm literally going through quicksand through those whoops. It's not a good look for me. Anyways, though, we're going to get this race done. And yeah, won by 12 seconds. Cripple Rick, by the way, playing with his mouth partially. The man is quite insane, I'm not going to lie to you. He was only 20 seconds back, so massive props to him coming in second. And yeah, that's going to be the video, guys. We're back into first place on the leaderboards. I'm going to show you guys exactly how big our lead is now. Let's go look at the website, Bowler 360. All right, boys, we came into this video 4 points behind Jeffrey Hurlings. Now we are 24 points ahead. That's all it really takes. You know, if you can just win, you're going to gain a decent amount of MMR, but it is kind of risky sometimes, especially if you're trying to do a 250 only race, because the skill gap's a bit tighter, especially if you go to like Shirt or CT and you have a bad start and things go a bit wrong. It is easy to lose, all right? I experienced that yesterday, but today, boys, it was a perfect day. 3 wins. We're back on top. Who's going to come get me? Is it Hurlings? Is it Deegan? Is it Dark? D-Bones? Old Faithful? Any of you guys? Come on. I want the smoke.